Hello. Let's get that back into focus. Wednesday morning. What's up? I'm happy that I'm alive today. I hope other people are happy they're alive. We have some things to talk about in this market. As always, we have some things to talk about. We also have the question around if this is a dead cat bounce, which is something that I think we've all been thinking about. Pre-market is pretty bad for most companies. Coinbase, look, it hit 70 last night, down 3%. I mean, nothing crazy pre-market. Twitter's down a little bit. Enphase is down. Let's go to our Palantir. I haven't checked Palantir all morning. Yeah, Palantir is down about 1.7% pre-market. So nothing crazy. I think this is one of those days where we're going to get a little bit of, just like not flat movement. Nothing really crazy is going to happen. No major catalyst today in the market. Nothing that wild is happening. Everything's pretty boring, to be honest. Guys said I finished my exam early. Guess the market will be nothing but red. Yeah, probably. Palantir to $5 so I can load up. I agree. Hello, sir. Hello, Lee. Thank you for being here. Thank everyone for joining. Market is pretty boring. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's actually just not that exciting today. Nothing. Google, the stock that I'm thinking of getting, down 1.1% in the after hours. The SPY S&P 500 index got to 408 yesterday, which is pretty good, finishing above 4,000 and finishing at that level. Now it's at 403. You know a stat I heard today that was interesting when I was recording the Money Talk show is when the S&P crashed in 2008, and let's look at it right now. It took 6 years for it to recover. Let's kind of look at that. So here we go. 2008. S&P was $58, 2008. Wow. Okay. So it crashed here. So the high before was, what is that? 125, you could say, roundabout? Yeah, 125. Yes, 125. S&P was 125, crashed to 53. So to get back to 125, look at that. It took, we're 125, right? Let's say there. 2013. So it took about 4 years. In 2009 is when we crashed. 4 years to break even. So if the S&P, which was at its 478 last year, finished, if it goes down to like 4,300, 4,400, 3,400, if it takes 4 years to get back to 478, that would be kind of wild. Now, the COVID thing, as you can see, the COVID thing was crazy because COVID, we were at 304, went down to 212, decent crash, and we got to 304 within 5 months. By July 2020, from March 2020, boom, we were there. So that's where this thing is crazy. That's the acceleration. But now it's starting to, go back down probably for where it should have been versus what had happened in 2020. So that's kind of what's going on in the core market right now. Hello to everyone who's here. Dead cat bounce. Good morning. Can't hide in the staples. I agree. We're live. We are live, Richard. The trend isn't over. This is the tonic for the last 6 weeks. Nothing new. We keep the trend. Victor Drew, did Elon back up the Twitter deal more than before? I thought he was renegotiating. So let's talk about Twitter. Elon Musk just did a podcast basically with the Olin guys. I don't know if you guys know them. Jason Calacanis, Chamath Palihapitiya, these guys. And like Elon said, he's committed to, or Twitter definitely wants to do this buyout because now they're like 54.20 is a great deal in this market. If we don't do this deal, our stock price is going down the gutter. It's not even going to stay where it is right now. So Twitter wants to do the deal right now. The problem is Elon is likely having buyer's remorse. I mean, it's very obvious. So on the Olin podcast, the reason this was so interesting is because he basically said, what if 80% of users on Twitter are bots? And if you think about it, it's just like 80% of users on Twitter are not bots. So why is Elon like putting this out there that, oh my goodness, 80% of users are bots? Like, this is horrible. It's like, well, he probably doesn't want to do the deal anymore. He saw the market crash. Tesla lost $250 billion in market cap. He has to put up Tesla shares as collateral, by the way. He probably doesn't want to do that, which means if you don't want to do that, if you don't want to put up those shares as collateral, if you don't want, your stock to be in the gutter, the kind of the way it is, then you get out of the deal. And the only way to get out of the deal is essentially to show that there is something uniquely problematic, almost fraudulent, around the Twitter product that Twitter did not disclose. Granted, you should have probably done due diligence. But if that wasn't disclosed, then that means you essentially get to walk away. Now, there is a $1 billion breakup fee. The only way he avoids that $1 billion breakup fee is if he if he shows there's some material adverse effect that Twitter failed to disclose in their SEC filings, and that has to be like a significant amount of users are fake, which maybe is true, maybe is not true. What is true is that Jeff Bezos showed up in my dream for some reason last night. Quality content on Twitter at Amid is Investing if you guys want some quality content. But that's the thing about Twitter, right? It's like, this is not a fake tweet, but are there people who do fake tweets on Twitter? Yes. The question is, how much are there fake tweets? And if there's a lot of fake tweets, then, Elon Musk may be right. Now, 80% of fake tweets, I don't know. I don't know if that's happening. And I think, so that's the thing. I think Elon wants it, but I don't know how bad he wants it anymore because I think he's having some buyer's remorse. Let's go to Target earnings. Has anyone seen this stuff? Target is down 22% after hours. I listened to their CEO talk about what's kind of happened with Target. And look, the argument is essentially, let's go to, my biotech is up 10%. Wow, I just got the notification. Not bad. Let's go to Target. They are in pre-market. Look, they're 161. They're down 25%. They were 215. Now they're down 100. They're down to 160. Now, why is this happening? Basically, their CEO said, look, we're not raising prices because we don't want to screw over consumers, which I can appreciate. That makes a lot of sense. But the costs of our products are increasing because of inflation. So Target, and Walmart. Walmart went down 11% today, which is the biggest decline it had since 1987. Growth stocks can go down 10, 20% a day, no problem. But some of these consumer retail staple stocks, they're not supposed to go down that much because they're not like as volatile as tech. So Walmart went down 11%. Target is down 22%. The reason this is happening is because they're paying so much more for their goods. Their cost of goods are up, but their profits and their margins are decreasing because they don't want to put those costs on the consumer. Now, they're probably going to do that over some time, but they're not doing that immediately, which as a result is leading to what's going on. Did Bezos dunk on you in your dreams? He's been dunking on a lot of people. He hasn't dunked on me yet. Everyone's going to BJ's instead. Yeah, I mean, I think people are going for some of the more wholesale stuff like Costco and BJ's because, it's just cheaper than going to a Target for groceries. But the other thing about Target is they're not groceries, right? That's the issue. Target is mainly what's Target? Target is mainly like stuff that people just don't need, but they get, right? It's not stuff you absolutely need. So that's the difference between them and grocery stores. At the end of the day, they're just not as vital. You can cut back some of your spending. So they did $25 billion in revenue versus $24 billion. They beat on revenue and then they missed on earnings per share pretty badly, and that's what caused this. So sales did grow compared to that year ago period. Comparable sales, a key metric that tracks sales. A store that opens 13 months and online grew 3% in the first quarter. This is on top of 23% increase in comparable sales. They're growing. It's well. It's just, it's not enough at the end of the day for a lot of the stuff that's going on. And that's what's going on with Target. That's what's going on with Target. What wouldn't the excessive inventory drive down CPI? Yeah, I mean, that's a good question, right? So, they're growing. It's well. Okay, I hope I'm still live. Okay, cool. I just got a notification that said OBS was disconnected. Okay. Anyway, so that's kind of crazy, right? At the end of the day, and I think that's what's ultimately going on with Target, and we're gonna see what happens. Let's go to Walmart stock and also see what they're doing. Okay, Walmart stock. Let's go to the 6 months. So Walmart, there you can see it was a crash. Wait, let me go to the 5-day. That's better. Why does it zoom all the way out? Hold on. Let me do max. Okay. Let's go to max. That's easier. So Walmart is at 130. It was at 160. It's down another 2%. So it was at 160 around April 29th, 2022. And it's down to 130. So it's down $30. And again, their earnings were kind of the same story. They're not trying to pass the price on to the consumers. So since they have to pay so much more, that happens. Oh, I forgot. The market's about to open. I didn't even get to time it. All right. Let's do it randomly. Let's see if I can get to time it correctly. Ready? The market is open. Wake your ass up. I definitely missed that. It's because of that notification. They said OBS was disconnected. OBS is my software. I was like, wait a second. Am I disconnected? What's going on? All right. So a little bit late on that, but the market is open. It's a pretty flat market. I mean, we're red, but it's not crazy red. So that's the issue. We're red, but it's not crazy red. too red. I missed the bell. I literally didn't even notice, bro. I didn't even notice. Okay. All right. All right. So here we are. What do we got? Tattooed Chef, 726. Firm, 24. Robinhood, 988. Tesla Maesla, 2% down. Alrighty. It was at 760 pre-market. That's is down. Palantir, 815, down 3%. Target. Let's see how bad Target gets. I mean, a lot of the beating has already happened. So last time Target was at this price was January 2021. Wow. So 2021 was inflated, and I guess it's right back down to normal. Look at that. A whole year's worth right back down. Ah, wow. When did Target go public? Wow, 1981. Target went public. Oh, wow. All right, well, SPY is down to 403. There we go on the SPY. You had one job. Red. What else do we got here? Where's some green? Where can we find some green? Well, let's go to my biotech. That's up. Purple biotech. Wait, are we back down? We were at 311. Are we right back down? That was short-lived. Yeah, wow. We were at 311. Now it's at 298. The markets. The markets hate us. The markets don't like us. The markets have their own agenda. Coinbase 66. Now something interesting is happening with Sark. You guys know this. This is the reverse Cathy index. These guys are up like 100%. Since inception. Look, they came live $29 in November. If you had shorted Cathy, or if you had bought an inverse of innovation, Cathy's version of innovation, in November 2021, you would be up 100% right now. Which is wild. But that's what's happened. They're creating a new ETF that actually doubles the performance of ARK. So you can buy something that goes short ARK, and you can buy something that goes long ARK, that's double of ARK. There's this video they put on CNBC. We're not going to watch it, but they're doing some interesting stuff with playing with the ARK ETF. Well, Shopify hit 300s. Where's Shop? Where's Shoppy? Who has Shopify? Who owns Shopify? Shopify was close a while back. Shopify, it got 308. This was on May 12th. This one that was really bad. It's bloody, but who owns Shopify? Who owns Shopee? Shopify. Thoughts on Ballsack? Do you like the stock? I don't know if that's a joke or is that an actual stock? Ballsack? That's a real stock? No, there's no stock named Ballsack. I don't think so. You hear about TARK, the 2x of ARK. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. TARK, the 2x of ARK. Can you short TARK? I don't know. It's a weird financial instrument. I think you would have to just buy Shark. Isn't biotech risky? Yes. It's literally stupid what I'm doing, but I think their drugs are going to work. So if they do, then I might be able to 10x, hopefully. Target is dividend king, 51 years of rising dividends. That is true. And again, that's why those stocks don't fall. Like AT&T is never going to grow a lot, but AT&T is never going to fall a lot. Like AT&T, oh wow, 20. AT&T was stuck. Let me look at the max. Look at this. AT&T for the past... look at this, from 2003 it was at $14, and then 2021 it's at $18, and the highest they got to is $30. So you're looking at a stock that really is not going to give you a lot of upside. I mean, 14 to 30 in 12 years is kind of like not good at all in terms of upside, but they give a dividend, and they give a really good dividend. So people buy the shares of AT&T just for the dividend. They don't care about the actual growth in the stock price, and that's kind of what it is. Shopify, Josh, you stole in the 1400s, bought back in the 500s and 400s. Yeah, makes sense. Might buy it low when my paycheck hits. Shopify is an interesting one. I never bought their stock. I used their product and service. I was using them in 2017 for like my own e-commerce store that I was starting. I should have been buying their stock, to be honest. It was at like $100 during that time. Let me go to the max. Yeah, right here. Look at this. 2018. Wow, it was cheaper. $90, $60. Look at this. In 2017, when I was doing e-commerce, it was $42. It was almost $18 in 2016. 2017, 2016, I didn't know about stocks, and I wish I did because I had, a couple $100 a month I could just put into it, but I didn't. Did you see Costco today? What's going on with Cost? Costco's down 7%. Okay, why is Costco falling? Let's look up Costco stock. Let's see if we find some information. Costco dips more than the broader markets. Someone says, what is your thoughts on nuclear energy? Owen, thank you for being here. I think nuclear energy is good. Probably need more of it. The problem with nuclear energy has always been creating the actual reactors and dealing with the radiation and the side effects of radiation and the stuff that comes out of it. I forgot what it's called, but stuff that we have to store somewhere. What's that stuff that comes out of nuclear reactors? Nuclear reactor. It happens when there's what is it? I really want to know what it's called. Nuclear reactor byproduct. What's it called? Radioactive material. No, there's a certain word. I'm forgetting it. But there's some stuff that nuclear waste. But there's a certain word for that waste. I forgot. But the point is, we don't know what to do with that, right? That's usually the issue. Someone said I'm drinking my pains away. That is correct. You guys see this? Everyone see? Let's go to full screen on this. This right here is what you do when you're down 40 grand in the market. You see this? There's only a little bit of it because you know what it is. You can't drink that much of it. This right here is Arizona iced tea. I don't drink, for anyone who's wondering, so I'm not engaging in the whiskeys or anything. I'm from India, and my uncles, they always mess with me because like Indians drink like whiskey with like Black Label, like they love that stuff, and I'm like, yo, that stuff's disgusting, bro. That stuff's so disgusting. Radioactive waste. Yeah, I think that's what it is, Owen. But it's just always been disgusting to me. Like I can't handle liquor. Like I just don't. I drank in college like every college kid does, but I can't drink. Like I just don't like it. Not only that makes me feel weird or it makes me unfocused, but like I literally just don't like the taste of it. Like I never got into it. Maybe life hasn't hurt me enough to drink. Put it in the chat. Has life hurt you enough to the point where you have to drink? Has life hurt you enough to the point where you have to drink? All right, let's go to Costco. Closed at $4.94. What's going on with Costco? They lost 15% in the past month. More than the S&P, that's down 10%. Retail sector is down 15%, so that makes sense. They're on core with that. Costco's full year estimates are 13 per share, revenue of $223 billion. Our research shows the estimates can change. Digging into valuation coward is 38 PE. That's why I think people say Costco is overvalued because it is 38 forward PE. But why is it dropping so much? Is it the same story as Walmart and Target with the retail inflation? I mean, that would be the argument. Because Costco was at 600 at one point. Now, granted, that 600 was probably a little overinflated. Yeah. It must be the retail stuff, the retail inflation. I mean, that's I think when people see Walmart and Target, yeah, I mean, if Target's going to fall at 24%, Costco's not going to hold up on a day like that. It's like if tech falls, like other tech stocks are going to fall. It's just not going to hold up. Some people are saying in the past, it never consumed me. Someone says, yes, I drink because Biden hurt me. Life hurts me enough that I don't have to drink. Amit, who is your favorite philosopher or philosopher other than Uncle Carp? I'm happy you asked that question. I'm gonna show you guys right now. Anyone who's not heard of this guy, really, really amazing guy, influenced my philosophy on life a lot. Albert Camus, French philosopher. There's actually a great video on YouTube. I'm not going to watch it unless you guys want to watch it, but I'm not going to do that right now because I know it's the market open. But it's a channel called Pursuit of Wonder. I highly recommend watching this channel, man, if you're into philosophy. It's an 8-minute video. He created the philosophy of absurdism, which relating to the stock market. Absurdism is the idea that life has no purpose outside of the purpose you give to life. So Camus' argument is like the universe is indifferent to us. Like we're just this big rock that's floating in the universe, and nothing matters, right? Like there's no grand meaning to any of this. No one cares about us. It's indifferent. Whatever you do, whatever you don't do. So there's an opportunity because nothing matters to make something matter, which is create meaning in your own life as a result of the universe having no intrinsic meaning. So I think that's kind of in the stock market. I mean, when you're looking at stocks that are going down and down and down and everything's red, it's like, where can you find a meaning and purpose? And I think there are certain strategies mentally and psychologically and literally that you can implement to try to find some of that purpose, even when things are red and, you're down a lot of money. You like Kant? Kant is cool. I mean, I read Kant when I was about 17, 18. The groundwork for the metaphysics of morals is a good Kantian ethic. Like, Kantian ethics are cool. They're just not practical, right? Like, I would be more utilitarian than Kantian, because like you can't implement Kant's philosophies in the real world. But it's a good thought project to sort of think about it. Tom Nash made a vid about Zim, and now it's getting crushed. I didn't even check Zim. I know earnings, they did well. Yeah, they're down a little bit. Their earnings were really well, though. So I guess we'll see if it recovers from there. Walmart, 126. Yeah, Walmart's down another 4%. Alcohol is the cause of and solution to all of life's problems. Homer Simpson's world's greatest philosopher. I agree. To that, let's take another sip of our beautiful little drink we've got here. Was that good ASMR for you guys? I'm not gonna lie, bro. Some of those whispering YouTubers, it's addicting. I'm not gonna lie. And the ones eating food, bro, I don't know what it is about us watching other people eat food, but it gets addicting. All right, let's go to CNBC. Let's see what they got. Let's hear this guy. I like Josh Brown. Let's hear what he's saying.
A growing number of people are expecting a bounce. Are you?
A bounce makes sense. We talked about last Thursday was on the show talking about that the market was technically oversold. We had an RSI reading of about 31. Historically, you've been rewarded for jumping in at 30 on the S&P 500. And that's exactly what happened. Friday was a great day. A little bit of follow through today. Yesterday, not so great. But their stocks are hanging in there. Of particular note, I would cite the industrials and the materials for outperformance, and it's nice to have the financials in the fight as well. J.P. Morgan, Bank of America, Wells Fargo got dumped entirely by Berkshire. Stock still up 2.5%. So I like the action there, but I still think while we're below the 200-day moving average in the S&P, in the NASDAQ, in the Russell, every single rally is guilty until proven innocent. So this one will likely fall apart. I don't know how many more days it'll run for. Maybe there's another couple of percent higher in the S&P. And I want to just talk about the consumer and that the economic data we're getting being good. It's not. Walmart told you it's not. In fact, they might have had a good revenue line, but the other thing they said was the amount of transactions is down by almost 12%. Year over year. Those are not good comps. So they're charging more for things, which they have no choice. The consumer is paying up, but doing less. And that's going to be a recurring theme. We don't get earnings reports and same-store sales and economic data. We don't always get it inflation adjusted or in real terms. A lot of what we get is nominal, and then we point to it and say, look, higher number means good. It doesn't mean good. The University of Michigan consumer confidence number is, well, hold on, the lowest reading we've seen in 20 years outside of a recession, the lowest. And, by the way, take a look at overall retail sales. Run it back 18 months. Peter Bookvar did this morning. If you compare 18% growth in goods spending versus 16% in price growth via CPI.
Someone said they want to see Josh Brown play Bane in the next Batman movie.
Basically, it's a wash. So there is no growth. So that is the situation that we're in. I wish it weren't true. I don't like coming on here every day and being negative, but I'm being honest with people. Nominal gains are not great when inflation is where it is.
He's right about that, man. He's so right about that. These little nominal gains are not good when inflation is this bad. It's just the truth. It's just the truth. This guy says the market is slowing but unlikely to go into a recession. Let's hear his thoughts.
At these Walmart numbers, we're looking at these Home Depot numbers, and we're trying to make sense of what they mean for the larger economy. What do you think?
So what they mean for the larger economy is what the retail sales number tell us, which is that this economy remains relatively strong, that the risk of recession is there but low, but the growth is coming down. So this is a slowing economy, but this is an economy that's unlikely to go into recession unless we get another policy mistake or a market accident.
When you say another policy mistake, you're already suggesting that a mistake has been made. Ben Bernanke just saying that there was a mistake already made. what do you think would be the next mistake to be made?
So there have been 3 mistakes made, and your interview with Ben Bernanke actually pointed out to them. It is very unusual. I don't think people quite realize how unusual it is for a former chair to say this. But the first policy mistake was the mischaracterization of inflation. The second policy mistake was when they corrected the mischaracterization, they didn't move fast enough. And the third one is that they haven't been as brutally honest with the world as they should be in terms of the difficulty of soft landing this economy.
That's true. I mean, they've said they're going to be okay, but as we can see, things are not that okay yet.
So that is what's going on. The next policy mistake, I think, is going to be not to get stuck in the muddled middle between dealing with inflation expectations properly, or alternatively, dealing with the recession risk properly. The Walmart numbers are fascinating because it's the macro translated into micro, Andrew. When you hear about supply chains, when you hear about costs, the interesting thing about the Walmart numbers was the fact that they had overstaffing. That is new, and that's something to keep an eye on.
So, but just go back to what the Fed has to do or not, and I'm trying to understand. You think a recession can be avoided, and I'm trying to understand how you think that can be the case, whether that means just a 50 basis point rate hike, and that'll work, you think, or you think something more has to happen, or do you think that would be the mistake?
I think that first and foremost, they have to fully restore their credibility. They still haven't explained to us, unlike the ECB, why did they get the inflation call so wrong? And until they do that, and until they convince the marketplace that they have a better visibility on inflation, the marketplace is not going to believe them like it should. And you know my view, I said this in the past when short rates were 20 basis points higher, that the market overpriced how many hikes we're going to get. So reestablishing credibility is really important, and they haven't done that yet.
I agree. I mean, now granted, I'm not in the situation of the Fed that has to make these statements that have such a monumental impact, and I understand why they made statements that, weren't as credible and they read the situation wrong. But at the end of the day, it is what happened, and we're gonna have to see ultimately how it plays out with them being able to solve these issues. Like, they got to get credibility back, for people got to trust that the Fed can make the right call. And now they're raising interest rates, and they probably should have done it faster than before, but it's being done. And as long as inflation goes down, we're going to be okay. But we got to get inflation to go down. Palantir 823 down 2%. This market's kind of boring today, right? Like, it's not just me, right? This market's pretty boring. Shout out to 250 people in the chat. Thank you so much for spending your morning with me. Market is pretty boring today. Nothing that crazy. There's not that much green. Apple 146. Apple's been teetering around that 140 spot, 145 spot for a while. Upstart, let's go back to them. $47. Spotify 104. Netflix at 184. Is Netflix becoming interesting? Netflix did lay off 150 people. So Netflix did have some layoffs. So they are doing some cost restructuring there. I just typed in new movies on Netflix. What's new on Netflix? Let's see. First of all, who watches Netflix? Please put in the chat. Do you watch Netflix at least every week? Someone says, RK says, how was it to debate Strongman? It wasn't really a debate. It was a discussion. And I knew this was going to happen because his persona is aggressive, but he's a really nice guy. So we just talked about Palantir. He actually really loves Palantir. He just doesn't like the share dilution. That's it. So, yeah, it wasn't really a debate. Okay, totally no one knows that. None of these movies I know. None of these movies or shows I know. Yeah, see, this is why Netflix is just like none of these things are that interesting. Bridgerton, maybe. Forrest Gump. I've never watched Forrest Gump. I've got to watch that movie, man. I've never watched Forrest Gump. People say no one watched Netflix. Target puts are 60x. Yep, I know someone who has some Target puts. They made some money. I watch Netflix once a year. Man, I'm not even trying to shit on Netflix. I just I want to show you guys this. I made a video about them a while ago, man. This is one of the first videos I made on my channel, and it flopped so badly, and I put in so much effort to make this video. and it flopped so badly. Where's the video? Where is the video? Where is it? It's gonna be right here. If YouTube was a stock, it would destroy Netflix. 26 minutes of me just talking about this thing, and YouTube finds a bunch of different videos that might not be exactly about. The background wasn't the what do you call it, the bricks at that time. So I'm literally just talking about Netflix and YouTube, and it's 26 minutes of me just like literally talk. I made this late at night, I remember, and I posted it the next morning.
Than YouTube.
And I did a ton of research for this, and it just barely got any views. But like I was saying it for like, even when Netflix was like $500-600, I was like, bro, I don't get it. Like, I really don't get it. I'm like, who watches this stuff? Amit doesn't like Fight Club. Yeah, I don't like Fight. I mean, I just don't know Fight Club too much. You've seen The Matrix. Yeah, I've seen The Matrix. I wasn't that impressed by that one either, to be honest. I don't know. Maybe I'm just a picky guy, guys. My favorite movies are Inception. I need some philosophical stuff. The Dark Knight, Wolf of Wall Street, Interstellar. Yes, I know it's Christopher Nolan heavy, but those are like good movies. Like really good movies, you know? You can see if Forrest Gump is amazing in the same way as Fight Club. It's on Netflix. I do have to watch it soon. Bitcoin below 30K. Bitcoin, baby, below 30K. Is it time to buy a little bit of the Bitcoin? ARK Innovation, down 42, or at 42. Inception is a masterpiece. Yes, it is. 1,000% it is. Yeah, this market's just boring. There's not that much. There's nothing that unique going on. It's kind of boring. It's kind of just like, It's kind of just, Let's go to CNBC. Dow drops 400 points. Worst decline. Blah, 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 blah. Amazon announced a $60 tablet. Okay, cool. Facebook's IPO 10 years later. New name, same CEO, and a familiar problem. You guys want to watch Facebook IPO? That'd be interesting. Facebook IPO. Facebook IPO live. I remember they did it a while back, or just 2012. I mean, the IPO was not that good, just in terms of how it happened. But Amit, do you have a Netflix account? Yeah, I have a Netflix account because my family watches it, but I just don't watch it. Oh, Catch Me If You Can is a great movie. I saw Catch Me If You Can. It's a phenomenal movie. Catch Me If You Can is great. It's up there. I mean, it's not like the best movie of all time or anything, but Leo, I'm a big Leo guy, so it's up there. QQQ struggling at 300. I know we got below 300 at the two. We got to 280, right? No, we didn't get to. We got to 200s a while ago, right? Like we touched it very briefly, but it's struggling to stay above 300. Proof you don't even remember the movie plot, nor did you watch it again. Hot take: Avatar is a bad movie, so you don't remember the movie plot. No, I mean Avatar is not a horrible movie. Avatar 2 is coming out though. That trailer is gonna be crazy. I do remember the plot. It's about this guy trying to save the like indigenous land and he's a technological thing. But yeah, it was a pretty decent movie. I mean, the reason they spent so long making the sequel is because they made a third version of it as well. So they spent a long time building all three of the movies out in the franchise. Babylon, this is a Palantir SPAC, down to $1.10, which is wild. If you don't like Shawshank Redemption, you don't know movies. So I saw Shawshank Redemption. It was good. I'm not saying it's amazing or anything. I mean, like, yes, it was good. I know. I think IBMD ranked it as like the number one. Hold on. What are the top 100 movies of all time? Because I think that's up there, right? Top 100 movies. IBMD put Shawshank Redemption. Look at this. They put it as number 2. I need to watch it again. It was good. Is it number 2? Schindler's List, I know a lot of people love. And Raising Cain, Citizen Kane. I haven't watched the movie, but for some reason, I know this is a huge movie. I just haven't watched it, but I know you guys probably have watched it. And then Godfather, I've never watched either. I need to go on a movie binge one day and just actually watch this. The new Batman was pretty dope. No, it wasn't. The new Batman was dog shit. It was so bad. Oh my, I couldn't even get through it. It was like, I couldn't believe what I was watching. I was like, what is this? Like, Forrest Gump is number 16 on the best movies of all time. What? Where's The Dark Knight? The Dark Knight's not on this? What? How is The Dark Knight? This is ridiculous. Okay, what about Inception? Yeah, this list is stupid. This is an old-ass list. There's no way they have this. No, forget this. Oh, this is 2012. Never mind. Yeah. Oh, wait, no, updated 2017. And if it was 2012, The Dark Knight came out 2008. So Batman was garbage. Citizen Kane is incredible. Yeah, I know Citizen Kane is something a lot of people liked. All right. Well, in terms of the market, the fact that we're talking about movies just shows how boring this market movement is. Nothing crazy. Did the new money talks come out yet? Did we put out some new money talks? I don't think it did. Let's see. Is it out? No, it's not out yet. Probably out in a couple minutes. I hope you guys are doing well. I think that's sorry, Vitaly, shout out to Vitaly in the chat. I hate Netflix and it's gonna fail. Amit, yes, I have Netflix. Also, guys, I have Netflix. I don't want it to. I'm not gonna cancel Netflix because I don't like the stock. I mean, the company is a great company. It's a phenomenal company. It's just not something I thought should have been valued as it was because no one watches it. I have it, but it's like I have a lot of things. I don't watch them. And also my parents watch it, so that's why I have it. Fight Club is number 10. Wow. You're looking at the wrong list. You have to look at the ones ranked by rating. Okay. Dark Knight is in top 5 by rating, right? That's what I thought. It's top 5 by rating. All right. Well, that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for being here with me. We got to get out of here. Hope you have a good day. Some videos coming out later today. I will see you guys tomorrow on another Monday morning open. I always say Monday morning open on another market open. Hope you guys have a great day. Wednesday, hump day, middle of the week. Still a lot of time to accomplish goals. I secured a deal last night at 10 p.m. that was really, really important for some of the projects I have upcoming. And I'm going to like finalize that deal hopefully on Friday night or Saturday night. So just got to get things moving, keep things going, and hope you guys have a great day. And in the words of Albert Camus, you have to find meaning in life even when there is no meaning. And in order to find that meaning, you have to create your own meaning. And there is always an opportunity to try to create that meaning. So hope you guys have a great day. I will see you guys tomorrow on a market open. Bye-bye.